Pledge of the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call, please.
Clark. Fredericks.
Yes.
Heights, not here. Lindman.
Here.
Here. Nedrow.
Here.
Schneider.
Here.
Thorne. Here. Weber.
Here.
Okay, well, I have
From anybody except for Kathy.
I have 2 items to add to the agenda before we approve it. First, that they recommend the council accept the resignation of Kathy Moretto from the Planning Commission as new business item B. So I'll add that. And appoint a new planning liaison to the Zoning Board of Appeals as a new business item C. So,
I move
so
that be accepted.
okay, so we have a move to add these items to the agenda. And
I
then
think you just approved
Or we
the
just approve
agenda
the,
as amended.
Amended agenda.
the agenda as amended.
I
There you
move
go.
we approve the agenda as amended.
Okay, thank you.
Second.
Okay, so we have a motion by Snyder, second by Fredericks. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Okay. That gets us to the approval of the minutes from our April 27th meeting.
So moved.
They look good to me. They look good. Okay, motion by Nedrow,
Second.
second by Thorne. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, minutes are approved as submitted. All right, that takes us to our item number 6, our public hearing on hot tubs and spa ordinance language. Can I hear a motion to open our public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Nedrow, second by Thorne. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay, our public hearing is open. And I see no public.
I move we close the public.
Okay, we have a motion by
Support.
Fredericks, second by Snyder. Close to the public hearing. All in favor?
Aye.
That was a quick public hearing. Okay.
One of the easiest ones we've ever had.
Correspondence?
Oh, Mr. Lemon, you will need to recommend council adopt that ordinance now that you've had the public hearing
Okay.
Well, do we want to discuss it at all yet?
or discuss.
At least tell us what it is.
I had one question on it.
Okay.
So maybe you can, when I was reading the 2 files, I was a little confused on, I'm going to have to find the section, but where it specifically talked about, we defined spas and hot tubs and pools. There's a section that talks about if your pool is not in compliance regarding fencing, you basically have 60 days to get it into compliance. But that is singularly defining pools and not the broader pool, spas, and hot tubs?
No. Pools, spas, and hot tubs are all considered pools.
Okay, so we're,
So if you looked at,
so it would be,
so all of the requirements for pools also apply to spas and hot tubs in the general code.
so where it talks about then needing a fence, we're saying you have to have your hot tub fenced?
You might, it depends.
Or covered, at least covered.
Well, that's the
Securely.
part where it, and that's the part where I was trying to make sure I just didn't confuse the areas. So 147209, existing pools, fence requirement, existing swimming pools which do not conform to the fencing requirement of 147206 shall be brought into compliance within 60 days. In 06, it says, no swimming pool shall be constructed, operated, or conducted out of doors unless it is located within a fenced enclosure of not less than 4 feet in height and meets the requirements of the Michigan construction codes. All openings in said fence shall be securely closed and locked at all times when the swimming pool is not being used, as to prevent trespass of children, adults from entering upon the premises and being injured. Now, in the other document, it talks about specifically you can have a lock and cover, but that's why this seems to contradict that, and that's my only question.
Okay, I
Or is
wouldn't
it?
think it contradicts it, but it's just not as expansive as the zoning ordinance. So we certainly could add something to fence requirement or requirement to secure year or something like
Or
that.
just, so, but does that go into this section?
Yes.
Okay, so if we just added a sentence that said not less than 4 feet in height, or has a locking cover for spa or hot tub or something like that. Okay, because I just wouldn't want 5 years from now, somebody reading this and somebody getting a ticket because, or somebody asking for a permit and saying, well, now you got to build a fence around your hot tub.
Now, the thing is, it says it's got to be in compliance with the Michigan Construction Code. So there may be a situation where a hot tub is part of a pool, and then you have to have a fence.
Yep.
Right.
So there may also be a situation where a hot tub is in the ground and you need a fence.
So-
I don't know.
But you covered that, because somewhere else in here, it says, if the hot tub is part of the pool, it is considered a pool, and you have to have the fence.
But a hot tub is always considered a pool.
Okay.
So in this language.
Or maybe it was
says,
in-ground.
When it says swimming pool shall mean any structure or container, blah, blah, blah. This definition includes spas, hot tubs, and similar facilities which shall be regulated as outdoor swimming pools unless specifically regulated otherwise.
Okay.
So,
But I think what we don't want to force people to have to put a fence around a hot tub if they have a cover.
It has a locking cover.
it
Right.
doesn't matter what we say in this ordinance. The Michigan Construction Code supersedes it. So I think
Okay.
we're trying to emulate, or at least say, whatever is in the Michigan Construction Code, you must do. And so I think it's just for the convenience of the building official to have this language in here.
A little easier for the public to
And
recognize.
a little easier for the public to recognize, but we certainly, in the fence requirement area, the fences and/or security, something like that, in 42.06, we can change that title.
So 14.7.2. Okay, so I'm open to-
1472.06.
You don't think a hot tub needs a fence around it?
I don't think so.
Most all of them just have a locking cover.
They have to have a locking cover or.
But I mean, they
security.
usually are on a deck that has a fence. Well, not a fence, but whatever.
Well, say you have it on a patio, though.
Yeah.
You
No
can put a
fence.
fence around your patio? That would stink.
Yeah.
If I may, that helps clarify, anytime we get an application for a hot tub, the building inspector requires the specifications on the lid because there is code in the state code. There is stuff in the state code about how it locks. He has to review that.
Right. And it has to be secure enough to hold somebody if somebody steps on top.
Correct,
Yeah.
which is why he
Yep.
requires the specifications on the lid with the
Right.
building application.
Still don't fix it.
But if you fix it, what does that mean?
It means in 14.
Another public hearing?
No,
No.
no, we're not changing the intent.
Yeah.
Okay,
These
good.
are pretty minor changes. So do you want me to read one of them?
Yes, please.
Change it? So 1472.06, and it says, currently says fences, and this is in the general code about swimming pools, spas and hot tubs. So instead of just the title fences, it'll say fences and/or security. And I think the existing language with the change is okay, because it says no swimming pool, and remember, we define swimming pools as including spas and hot tubs, shall be constructed, operated, or conducted out of doors unless it is located within a fenced enclosure not less than 4 feet, or secured by other means that meets the requirements of the Michigan Construction Code.
There you go.
There, that works.
Yep.
When you say the general code, you're talking about not
Not the zoning
not zoning ordinances, we're talking about just general.
This village.
So there's no grandfathering in, the general is just,
General code starts
Law,
immediately.
right.
There's, right.
I get it.
So, and then, kind of a ripple effect, 1472.09, existing pools, spas, hot tubs, and similar facilities. I'll change that title to say fence and/or security requirement.
Yeah,
And
you texted
say
it to you.
existing swimming pools, spas, hot tubs, and similar facilities which do not conform to the requirements, I'll just get rid of the word fencing, requirements of section 14.7206 shall be brought into compliance therewith within 60 days of the effective date of this order.
Okay, that should do it.
Sounds good, so we should, or you would accept the motion to send that to council for approval? Is that what it
As
is?
amended, yeah.
As amended, yeah. Well, okay, I move that.
Okay,
I'll
motion by
second
Frederick,
it.
second by Thorne. Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. We'll send our new hot tub and spa ordinance language to council. Brings us to item number 7, correspondence, which there is none. Call to the public. We have no public. Just, agenda item 9, new business. The first item A is the 2023-24 fiscal budget. It's all pretty straightforward.
Yeah, this is too small, not the amount, the font.
Oh,
Can't read. Known to bring my glasses. Just ordered a new pair.
yeah.
Just out of curiosity, what's the difference between consultant and special consultant?
Well, this is our consultant.
Special.
She's special too.
Okay.
She's not only a regular consultant, but she's a special consultant.
That is a good question.
We've had some special items come up,
Just projects or?
so it was over and above what Carlisle Urban usually has in their regular contract. So at that point, if there's something that we need to address, at that point, we can go through a special consultant. And I don't know, I'm trying to remember what some of the ones in the past have been, but we've had a couple doozies, as I remember. There was a couple complex items that we ended up addressing. Like I said, I can't remember what those were. And it's been quite a while. It's probably been 6, 7, 8 years.
So master plan was probably one, right? Would
We
be
can
a-
do that.
That would be.
That's under regular.
Yeah, it's
regular- Yeah,
That's been done. so-
and that's been just recently
Yeah.
done, so.
So basically, the one we're looking at is the last column.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's adequate, and I don't see anything that's missing.
We don't have anything special coming up because that one's been down to 1,000 for a couple of years now.
Quite a few years, yeah.
I don't see anything for my compensation in here. We're going to have to change it.
Oh, no, I
Oh,
see
it's
lots
there.
of zeros.
It's there.
You're under postage.
Okay.
I'd take it.
Okay.
Yeah, that should
Motion to approve the budget.
get- okay.
Is that what we're doing here?
Yes.
Yeah,
Motion by Thorne,
I guess we
second by
can.
Snyder.
What the heck?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
This is money, do you have to, to the,
No, just, all we were doing is just
We're just-
recommending to,
I'll recommend that the council
that as the
approve
final
the budget.
that
Okay.
Our portion of the budget is
Yeah.
fine with us, basically.
and generally, we haven't even done that in the past, but as far as a motion goes, but.
Yeah, but Jen's been doing that with Parks and Rec and with all of them, just to
Okay.
make sure that everybody's comfortable.
Go ahead, Sally.
Just as a matter of point, and this doesn't really matter, I think Tabitha will write it, that you're making a recommendation that the budget numbers are acceptable to you. The planning commission has no authority over budgets, so.
no,
Right.
Sure.
we just say, hey, no problem.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
I don't have any issues.
It's a nice courtesy.
What we've kind of done in the past is just all agreed that, yeah, this is adequate, or we might need something else, that,
Right.
that council or administration doesn't know about that we're looking at or something, so.
It was a
that's all
little
we do.
tougher in Park and
I'll work
Rec
to
because we had
recommend
projects
like
that
the
would,
numbers and you don't want to request.
Just agreed, yeah, agreed with what was on the paper, yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
I think we can live within these means.
Sure.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So we'll recommend that get approved. Brings us to new business item B, that we recommend the council to accept the resignation of Kathy Moretto from the Planning Commission.
I'll move that.
Okay, we have a motion by Frederick,
Second.
second by Thorne. Discussion? All in favor?
Bummer to see her go, but
Kathy, good.
she still wants to stay on as ZBA. But-
She's staying on the ZBA, but
Well,
not
as an
our
alternate, yeah,
liaison.
she would be appointed as an alternate,
Alternate
I
on
guess.
ZBA.
Because there's a ZBA.
So the
alternate
ZBA
open.
has to, ZBA's responsibility to find.
Correct, she has to resign for the planning commission and then apply to ZBA for that position, so.
Okay, so motion carries, so we'll recommend the council accept Kathy's resignation.
Yep, appreciate-
Much as we hate to
appreciate her
see go.
service.
Yeah, definitely. And that brings
That was a hard
us to new business item C, to appoint a planning liaison to ZBA. I've already
Is it the planning liaison to the Z, I thought it was the ZBA
Nope.
liaison to the
No,
planning.
we're planning to
It's
ZBA.
Planning to
It's always
ZBA.
planning to the other boards.
Okay.
I'm full up with being the park and rec liaison, that's a lot
I'm a
more
little-
time consuming than I
I'm a
was.
little full.
Yeah, I was about to say, too.
I'll take a stab at it.
Really?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Alrighty.
It'll be interesting, all right. Well.
Before he gets out of it, I'll recommend that we appoint Brandon Thorne to ZBA.
Okay, we have a motion by Nedrow, second by Snyder to appoint Brandon Thorne to our, as a planning liaison to ZBA.
Absolutely.
Discussion? Thank you.
Quick vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, motion carries. Good deal. I thought we were going to have a hard time filling that.
It's easier than we anticipated.
Yeah, can be.
That one's definitely easier than Park and Rec, though.
Yeah, a lot less time consuming.
Yeah, sometimes they even have a meeting.
They want him up at 8:30 tomorrow, or what? Saturday?
Saturday morning for the 5K.
I'll see how often you're home.
5K
I think it'll be all right.
5K drive, maybe.
Brandon, see me after.
And I'll be there in my
We'll just yell
unicycle.
at me.
You gotta sign
You seen that
stuff and go to
commercial with
class.
the electric unicycle?
Yeah.
Raise my
I
right
saw
hand.
one of those downtown the other day. Electric unicycle.
Okay, so that gets us to pending business, so
We
there's
have
none.
nothing to pend.
There's no old or tabled business, so it brings us to item 12, liaison reports, starting with council.
Yeah, we appointed Aaron Newman to the ZBA as an alternate, term expiring 12/31 of '24. We were very honored to award a Valor Award to Officer Jessica Keller for that, the shooting in Walled Lake that happened last year. She did a great job and made our department very proud, so. Let's see, what else did we do? Voter safety class is going to be held at Clara Miller Park on June 17th, right? Took that away from Paul, I guess. We appointed three residents to the Chicken Backyard Fowl Subcommittee. Ooh.
Chicken committee.
That's a chicken committee.
I love it.
No, it's a fowl committee.
Not yet.
More appropriately.
More
We can give them the
appropriate.
benefit of the doubt, right?
So,
So there's-
the
there's a
first
big-
meeting is going to be June 1st.
So there is a big push for
There's-
Chickens?
There was a
Chickens.
fair amount of squawk about it, yeah.
See what you did.
See, you've been practicing.
Rehearsed that
My
3
yoke.
times.
Yeah,
So, but is it,
not a good yoke.
but chickens, not roosters? Is that the?
No roosters, probably. I mean, depends
Yeah.
on what the subcommittee comes up with.
Yeah,
but,
I can't see, I've lived next to roosters. You
yeah,
don't
I
want-
doubt that's going to be the case, and possible ducks. I mean, if somebody wanted ducks too. So there's 3 council persons and 2 residents, and 1 alternate. And the first meeting is June 1st, next Thursday at 7 PM. So if anybody is for or opposed or indifferent, they are more than welcome to come. And I'm sure there's going to be much discussion for quite a while on that, trying to pin something down. But it'll be under general code of
Exasperating.
offenses.
Exasperating.
Yeah, it could be exasperating, yeah. So, other than that, I think that was about it. We had a budget meeting last night, so went over pretty much our budget for fiscal year next year, and we'll be moving that forward in June. Also, we're looking at possibility of hiring a deputy chief of police, as Chief Ellsworth's going to be leaving our village officially maybe August.
This August?
Maybe after that, possible, but that's what he was looking at, so.
I know he wanted to retire.
Yeah, he's been in talk of it, so. But I think that, other than that, that's about it.
They start,
Police boats,
The
new police
police
boats, it's in?
Yeah, the new boat's in it.
Yep. The lift is
and what
in.
about Memorial Day weekend? We get any help or just our guy?
We have two other reserve officers that we hired this year, too.
Nobody asking.
Who are experienced.
But nothing special for
County.
Memorial Day, other than
They'll be out.
regular weekend stuff.
They'll be out, yep, I'm sure. I think Grenwell's working tomorrow.
Supposed to be nice.
Yeah, the new boat looks good.
Yeah, and they put the
Well,
new lift in, so.
you know it's a police boat now.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
before you really, maybe you didn't notice it unless the light was on. This one, there's
Yeah.
no doubt.
Yeah.
Full
Looks
graphics.
very nice.
Look at that.
Yeah. I'm sure they have an easier time getting officers to do the patrol this time around. It's a little nicer ride. So.
Now, the two guys were part-time sheriff's officers, so, and they were Marine officers, so they're very versed in lake rules and stuff, so. So we should be setting the season off this weekend, I'm sure. It's gonna be warm, and I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people out, so.
Right. All right.
Other than that, that's council.
All right. Thanks, Brian. Okay, Parks and Rec. Yeah, we had our regular meeting last week on the 15th. The one item we're talking about is replacing the wooden information kiosk in Clara Miller. A lot of them are, a couple of them are in pretty rough shape. The wood's getting rotted and stuff like that, so we're looking to do that. There's some discussion whether it's something that DPW could handle or if we need to contract it out. Yeah, it depends how big a scope the job really is. And Mike Giramini was going to talk with Andy Stone on that one.
That thing, they're gonna put that thing for your camera, those, what do they call those codes?
Oh, the QR codes?
Yeah, they're looking to do.
Then
Yeah.
you get take that and it'll tell you all the rules.
Then there also been a lot of discussion about repairing and replacing the surface of the big hockey and basketball area down at Clara Miller. I mean, that asphalt's just
We had a little discussion
falling
about that
apart.
last night on the budget, so.
But, yeah, it's gonna be a big bill to do that right. It needs to be completely ripped out, or probably a new base. And-
Township is doing that at Bicentennial off of Fisher Road where the basketball courts, it's a huge price tag to do it, tear it up and to redo it right. It's at least $250,000.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think.
easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a lot of surface area. So something we're just starting to look at. It desperately needs to be done, but it's a matter of getting the funding and the budget for it. And then just concluded our spring garage sale. We got our 5K race coming up Saturday morning, and got pretty good turnout or sign up so far. And we're expecting with the nice weather we're going to have, we'll get a lot of people showing up day of the event to do it. We have 24 people signed up as of last week, and we're targeting 40 or more. And think with the people signing
We're
up.
already over 40.
Or they're over 40 now? Okay, well then with the sign-ups the day of, we'll probably hit 50 at that rate. So, and yeah, it looks like perfect weather for it. And then they've got their Tuesdays in the Park starting June 20th, we'll have one July 11th and August 15th. And a summer garage sale and a fishing contest that I'm co-chairing on August 12th. And then we've been doing a lot of work also already gearing up for the corn roast. And one thing we're talking about adding, and I think we're going to do, is a cornhole tournament, something a little more for the adults.
That makes
So many
sense.
kids events that, yeah, we're going to put together a bit of a cornhole tournament.
Sweet.
And figure out some prizes for that and stuff, so.
Somebody
Sweet
mentioned
corn.
vendors, bringing in vendors or allowing vendors.
Yeah, there are vendors every year
Yeah, okay.
for the corn roast, and yeah, we'll have them again this year. They're actually talking about having, maybe not necessarily vendors, but probably artists at the Tuesdays in the Park.
Okay.
We've had a couple artists come forward and express interest in so they may come and exhibit and try to sell some art at the Tuesdays in the Park, or maybe do some artwork, for the kids in front of them. Is another thing they're looking at, to make that a little more interesting and
Got
get
the
more
boat rally
community
June
involved.
3rd, right?
Yep, got the boat rally June 3rd, the golf outing
outing for
and
the-
dinner on the 10th. Coming right up. Still couldn't get signed up for that.
What's the 10th?
Is the golf outing fundraiser.
Oh, right,
and the
right,
dinner.
right.
And whole scramble and dinner,
Yeah,
fireworks.
and, yeah, that pretty much covers it for Parks and Rec, busy as always.
You could give away corn for the corn hole.
There you go, so we always have extra. ZBA, I don't have Kathy Moretto here, so water management.
Well, it'll be a surprise to you. We're having a fair on June 17th. I'm working with Ed Sinkowitz on hot dogs and stuff, so between that, and we're still pulling some of the events together that we want to have in place. But I think it's from 11 till 2 over.
Where at?
Clara Miller. We're gonna have a Clara Miller. Other than that, we looked at our budget. So,
Okay, good. Thanks, Paul. Any announcements?
Maybe got a couple, just Commerce is about 2/3 through its master plan. If anybody wants to attend on June 26th, there will be an open house, which will hopefully, get public input, but also kind of define that and dial that in. There's big push is pathways and being able to get basically northwest to southeast within Commerce. So to where the new 5 in Main will hopefully be breaking ground this year at Pontiac Trail and Martin Parkway, so the downtown area is. We'll start with residential first, and then all the retail and the bars and restaurants will be following. It's supposed to be completed by 2025.
It's a 5 in Main, right? The 5
It's
in
called
Main?
5 in Main.
Yeah. I was wondering if that was, I know COVID kind of slowed it down for a minute.
COVID kind of, all the retail stores, everybody that wanted to come just
Backed
stopped.
out. Yeah.
But now, everybody that's in a mall wants out of the mall, and they
Yeah.
want an open air thing, so it's,
Do they have a list somewhere of like signed up retailers or
yeah.
restaurants and?
Yeah, they've
Cool.
got it's bars, restaurants, a lot of boutique shopping, some, what's it called? City Spin, so it's gonna be a mix
Mixed
of-
use.
Mixed use, bars, restaurants, boutique shopping, kind of, smaller retails, gourmet grocer.
Whole Foods, you mean?
So like a Whole Foods or
Something like it.
something like that.
That's cool. I'm excited for that.
Bay Point is under contract, so the golf course for any golfers. It is, which is a good thing. So it was, their developer's been looking to buy it for the last 10 years or more. The family wants out. The family wants to cash in and go retire. So the Chaldean Church is under contract with them. So they're going to keep, at least for the foreseeable future, they're going to see if they can turn the clubhouse into a church or change it. So for the rest of this year, business as usual. And they're going forward, they're at a minimum planning to keep at least 9 holes on the property. If they do develop it, it would be no more, so they're saying, 100 homes. So much better than the 210 homes that had been approved there. So it was zoned R1s. And as congested as that place is
Oh,
for
yeah.
traffic,
Yeah.
this is the best option that probably could have been going on there. And the only other thing is the pickleball courts at Richardson, the grand opening is on June 12th. So they'll have,
They're pretty full of
Oh, yeah, every day.
yeah, it's been, it's a challenge to Emily in the parks because, you have, some people aren't happy with the way it is. Some people want to own it for themselves and have their league take over, and we're,
What is it on Richardson?
the pickleball courts.
It's like the Richardson Center.
That place
Yeah.
is
8 of them?
slammed.
Yeah.
There's 8 of them, and it's first come, first serve. And there's a process on how you wait in line, and Emily, we've told her, you are not the police. People are, if they're not happy with somebody else taking too long to finish a game, then that's Oakland County's.
Have we thought about doing pickleball at Clara Miller? Thought about
Yeah,
that?
there's a guy that's been coming to our Parks and Rec meeting with a pretty pricey proposal, about $860,000 to put 8 courts in at Clara Miller.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so,
Seems pretty
Well,
popular.
they're doing that. It didn't cost us that much to do the 8 courts at Richardson, I don't think. For now, I don't know if that includes all parking and everything else associated with it, but it wasn't that, for some reason, I thought it was a half a million.
yeah,
The
that's
thing is, where
helpful.
would we put 8 courts over there?
Well, there's plenty of spots.
Yeah.
Well,
You ended up taking a lot of the ball field out or a lot of the usable space.
yeah,
We're gonna be putting that
The new
other-
park, the new playground in, and
Yeah,
We're gonna get rid of the old Wells Fargo Stage
that's gonna
playground
basically
thing.
wipe out that area down below the, the pavilion.
right.
Brian, you'll have to look at your master plan.
Doesn't have pickleball courts in it.
Well, we can move
That's
them
awesome.
down, further down, by the other pickleball court or tennis court.
That's one option they looked at, to do
Yeah.
them in that part of the park, or maybe you can take over part of where the basketball, hockey, there's some other paved area there,
Right.
and expand off of that part of it, more forward to Benstein. Because
Yeah.
some of that other playground equipment's going to move
Move
anyway.
around, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, lots of pickleball pressure.
Yeah, people come from Northville, Novi,
Wow.
all over, but Clarkston, I played with a guy.
Well, I can understand why
Heard of it until
the leagues want
Northville,
to
Plymouth, all
have
kinds of people.
in
all
set
over the
times,
place.
and you can't do that when it's
Got out.
first come, first served.
It's a park.
Right.
It's a public park. You
Half
can't,
pickle will travel.
All right, okay, thanks,
Move
George.
we,
So next scheduled meeting, I guess, is be June 25th?
Yeah, this
May.
is May, but
Yeah.
I think that works out,
Sorry.
that June
My
would be.
mistake, it's June.
Okay, so our next scheduled meeting, June 25th, all right? Now,
move we
No, June
adjourn.
22nd.
22nd?
22nd.
June 22nd, all right?
I still move we adjourn.
Okay, motion by Fredericks,
Support.
Second.
second by Weber. Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.